Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Salud Cerveceria out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Mr. Spa's. You can see there it just says Premium Kviek. There's a guy in a spa with a woman there. And from the description that I read, this is a Kviek lager. I get, that's not really a true style, but it's made with Kviek yeast, which is an ale yeast, but everything else about it is lagered. So I guess it's kind of like a Kolsch type thing. I'm not sure. It's kind of a vague description, but everything that I read about it makes it sound like it's kind of like a Pilsner, but it's made with this really fast fermenting ale yeast. A lot of breweries are using the Kviek yeast now. And this is 5.0 ABV, so I'm going to crack it open and see what we got here. And I will say that Kviek lager is not really a style, and it's probably not the most appropriate glass for it either, but I just realized that. High Branch just came out with a couple Kviek lagers themselves, which they also said really isn't a style, but that's what it's a way to turn around. It's a way to lager something, ferment it cold, but also ferment it out in a quick amount of time, and that's how they use this Kviek yeast. So, you can see it pours a slightly cloudy, lighter golden color with a pretty fluffy white head. It smells like a pretty nice Pilsner, really. Some spicy, earthy, like noble hops. Almost a little lemony, too. Very doughy and bready, but it also has a little bit of like a fruity character, which is something that I would attribute to ale yeast. So, I don't know, I'm intrigued by this. So it really is kind of like what the description is. It has a general like Pilsner flavor. It has the earthy, like spicy noble hop character, and it has the bready, doughy malt character, but then it doesn't have that really crisp finish. It has a longer lasting, like slightly fruity finish, which I'm assuming is from the Kviek yeast. And it does have a little bit of that grapey character, like white grape character that I get from some pilsners as well. There's also a tiny bit of a skunky flavor, which is interesting because usually you wouldn't expect that from something that's canned, but it could be something intentional. I really don't know how to feel about this because it does have most of the flavors that you would like and expect in a Pilsner, but it just doesn't have that like crisp, clean finish. So I guess it depends what you want. I understand why you would make this as a brewery if you can make something that almost tastes like a lager, but you can finish it out in 2 weeks. I'm not saying that's exactly what they did, but that was kind of the description of the High Ranch ones. I understand why you would do that from a business standpoint, and I think this is really tasty. If I was looking for like the best Pilsners I could get locally, would I buy this? Probably not. Just because I think Resident Culture makes some really good ones that are a little bit more traditional. I probably would buy those over this. But I will say the difference is the gap in the quality and what I like about them is pretty small. So all things considered, if they were the same price, I would probably buy the Resident Culture ones. But you know, outside of that, and the only other brewery that I would say makes lagers that good is maybe Wooden Robot and Protagonist, but they don't can. Wooden Robot cans some of them, but not very often. Protagonist doesn't can at all, so you know, I if you can get something that's almost as good as something else, and you can turn it over 3 times as fast as another brewery, and it's actually selling close to the same amount, it makes perfect sense from a business standpoint to do that. As a consumer, I don't know that I like it quite as much, but it's close enough that I completely respect what they're trying to do with it, and I'm all for it because if they can tweak it a little bit more and just get it a little more crisp, and it really is like a true traditional pilsner, but they can turn it around way faster, that is awesome from a business perspective and also from a consumer's perspective, because that probably means they can just they can come up with more new ones. Um, so on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm still gonna give this a buy because I think it's really tasty. It's not like exactly traditional, but it's still a really good beer. I think it was like $4 a can, and that was buying it individually. So you know, in a 4 pack, it was even less than that. And I know Salud's really reasonable when it comes to lagers. Theirs are really cheap. Um, so I think they're like 11, $12 for a 4 pack. So this is definitely worth the money. Really nice, tasty beer, and I just like the fact that it's innovative. So I would buy this again. I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.